Hi everyone, welcome back. I am going to just give you sort of a bits and bobs kind of video today, show you the things that I have been up to over the past year. As some of you might know, I did take an extended leave from YouTube and just my business in general. I've had some health issues and I have some family health issues, so that's what I've been up to, but I have been creative and I just wanted to show you some of that. I also have some journals and some kits available in my shop on my website, so I will show you some of those as well. I've got baby over here. He is probably going to come over and visit when he realizes that I'm ignoring him and busy. One thing that I have been doing is trying to adopt a sketchbook practice. It's just time for me to accept that digital designs aren't going to be in my future for a lot of reasons. One of the things is my health. I have an issue with some dizzy spells when I'm at the computer screen especially. It's really hard to come back from a long absence and get your product in front of the buyers, especially on Etsy, with Etsy being so big. And then there's the whole debate with AI and how easily now people can just create the things that take some of us designers days and even weeks to design. Now with AI, we have that extra competition. So I have gone back to my mixed media roots, and also just as personal growth, I have been exploring some more playful type of drawing and just having fun with my supplies. I'm not going to do like flip throughs of these journals or sketchbooks because some of the stuff in here is really crap. And there's also some journaling, like private stuff. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that I've kind of been just dabbling in different things. These I created from inspiration I saw on Pinterest. You know, different artists doing different things, and then I used, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of that website where it shows you different places in the world. Every day you see a different view, and so I used those as my reference images. So that's just a pencil sketch. And then here I've just been kind of playing with supplies. This is mostly tempera paint sticks and woody pencils or crayons. No, they're pencils. Here's just one of my birds. I started obsessing with these playful birds and trees mainly for the past year, so you're going to see a lot of that. Some more just forest views from that site. I'm gonna have to look it up, guys. I'm sorry, I just can't remember it right now. Not enough caffeine yet. Another one here. And then my trees started. So it's just a way to practice, learning different styles and figuring out what it is that I like. Bit of abstract landscape here. This was one of the last times that I saw our bunny in the backyard. I guess it would have been in the spring. Just a kind of scribbly, messy tree there. Here he is. He's just a little chubbier there. More trees. I was trying out some gouache and some pencils and the tempera paint sticks. One of the things that happens with these sketchbooks is you get to experiment to see which mediums work, on the page and what you can use on top of them, etc. just some wet, kind of washed Stabilo pencils, and a little bit of pen here. This one here was fun. I got to explore different kinds of ways to draw trees and to use colors that you wouldn't see in nature. This is the thing about this past year. I've really started to go back into things that I enjoyed, and what I'm realizing is things don't have to be perfect in order for you to do them. You know, like you don't have to be a really great artist to make art. You're an artist because you want to do it, not because your art's going to be perfect coming out of the gate, right? So these are just abstract poppies, you know, from observing them in my garden. Trees along the side of my backyard. Here's a hosta. I was sitting on the deck and I just colored it in with Neocolor 2 crayons. One of those, I think it's a honeysuckle. And this is my gorgeous geranium. And just some pen drawings here. Those are the daylilies, and then these are just flowers I kind of imagined. Some more playful coloring here. And then here I was testing color combinations and just ended up with this abstract sort of background. That's about it. Some days I use my watercolors or inks, and I just put down colors. Just even if I don't feel like doing something major, I can do this. In this one I don't have too many things to show you. I really just experimented with supplies. Early on I discovered I'm really not enjoying doing like realistic drawings. So this was sort of kind of realistic chickadee, but I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy making really silly looking animals, and especially birds and flowers. It's just fun to play, you know, to be that child that maybe you missed out on being, or that it just went by too fast. Just going back to what makes your heart happy is what I discovered. Trees again, and trees again. That's about it in that one. Just a few pages in this one. I did a lot of journaling in here and list making, so I'm not gonna flip through all that. But these were some mixed media birds inspired by you know who. In here I was doing kind of like scribbling a bunch of colors on the page and then drawing in the bird on top of that, and then blocking out the scribbly colors with a paint stick, you know, to make the bird stand out. So that was fun. Trees again. More birds. I like this guy. He looks like he's wearing pants that are too short. Love it. So for me, the exercise in all of this was to learn to let go, you know, of doing perfect things. When you make digital things, you have the undo button, and you know, you can just go in and just undo whatever you don't like, and you can spend hours and hours doing that if you want. When you put something down, you either have to cover it up with paint or you have to turn the page, and so that's what I've been learning through all of this experience. And recently I gathered up all of the magazines that I've had just piling up, hi baby, and decided to do what Nicole at Relax Cut Glue does. And she takes all the magazine images, and she has different types of glue books that she uses and plays in on her channel. One of them where she does the random thing really inspired me. So that's what I started doing. I only have a few pages in it so far. I kind of pull it out when I just feel very, you know, low energy and don't really want to think too much. Then you just grab your scissors and you can play with whatever gets your attention in your magazine pile. You cut them out. You glue them down, you can add words. So this is a combination of art magazines, you know, like the art journaling magazine, Birds and Blooms. So yeah, that was really fun. Another one here. And over here. So that's all I got done in there. And then I just wanted to show you this little sketchbook, I guess is what I would call it. I've been hoarding this Reader's Digest cover for a very long time because I think it's my all-time favorite in all of the covers from Reader's Digest that I've ever had. And I used this. It's called watercolor paper, but it really isn't a high quality watercolor paper. And I just attached each page by having like a sort of like a 1-inch little extra bit that I can glue to the next page. And I did that throughout the whole thing. What I wanted it for is so that I can maybe do the kind of collaging or mixed media that has a story that can continue on each of the pages all the way to the end. And then when you're done on the one side, you can just flip it and continue on the other side. Hi, baby. So that's what I did with that. I don't think I'll ever do a tutorial on how I did this. I'm sure there are plenty on YouTube. Yeah, what is that? Oh, yes. Is it paper? It's paper. Okay, so now I want to show you the different items that I still have in my shop. So this one here, I did the easy twine binding so that the pages can be removed or added to, etc. I'm going to wait and see how this little chicken handles what I'm doing. His beak is very sharp, and when he bites into paper it tears right through, and I do not want that. Kind of grumpy today. Not sure what's going on. And then some really nuisance car went by with those mufflers, you know, that do the big rumbling, and it scared the bejesus out of him. So he's been sort of clingy ever since. What you doing? Baby tired? No bite? Alright, we are going to take a little pause and see if we can come back a little calmer, a little happier.
What's that? Is that your shadow?
Okay, let's try this again. So this is a Reader's Digest cover, and I embellished the front with some stamps and a Victorian or a German die cut, and some more stamps on the bottom. The back is plain. This is just a wraparound kind of belly band on the cover. And then on the inside, front and back, these are dust jacket pieces. So as I mentioned, this is just the twine binding. And then it's an assortment of types of paper. So it would make a nice art journal, perhaps, because a lot of these are the thicker cardstock, and they could withstand being painted on with acrylics or gesso. And you could certainly just take this apart and use the paper as you wish. And for this one, I just tore the edges. This is the ribbon closure. And I'm just adding some ephemera here. So we've got one of these. Some beautiful old family photos. A button card. An antique postcard, 1911. Nice little poem on the front of this one. And a first day cover, which is a very old, 1967. So this is in the shop now. And then I made a couple of smaller art journals. I've had these little books for a very long time, and they're just about a 3/4 inch, maybe even 1/2 inch spine. So there's 2 signatures in this, and it's a combination of some really beautiful handmade cotton paper and mulberry paper. There's also canvas in here. The one side is untreated, and then the other side has been primed with gesso. So this would make a really nice sketchbook for watercolor or ink or art journal, whatever you want. And there's just a little envelope on the back here. And I decorated with stamps. There's some extra ephemera as well. So we've got postcard, photo, some old book pages, extra ephemera type things, these envelopes, first day cover. There's about 3 of those in there. And then some pages from these hymnals. So this one here is a really nice navy blue color. I don't know if it shows up on the camera. This one is really cute as well. I wanted something on the spines, so I just added little scraps of fabric. So this is very much the same inside, except the stamps are different. So we've got this on the front, and this one here is a CD sleeve instead. And it's the same. It's the flower paper, watercolor paper, and canvas. Exactly the same as the other one. Little postcard. Family photo, another postcard, and just some extra ephemera and music pages. And the last thing I want to show you is these junk journal kits that I also have available. I have a few left. They're all very similar, so I'm only going to show you one, and then you can go check out the other ones in the shop. So each book is different, obviously, in each kit. And it's these more of the vintage children's books. These would really look great as fussy cuts. So many nice illustrations in here. Love them. Could use these in collage, decorate your journals. Very cute. And then you could also use the cover to make another journal. So we've got the book. There's a bag full of assorted ephemera. Some is modern and some is vintage. So just different types of things. These are the coin protectors, little angel card. These French language cards. So yeah, different things, envelopes, time cards, flashcards. And then there's all this extra stuff too. Okay. Now this one here has an Altoid tin. The other ones have different types of little boxes to hold the trinkets. But for the most part, the trinkets are the same. So we've got an old milk cap, some keys, some puzzle pieces, little bingo, what do you call these? Tokens? These are the wooden ones. Tiny merchandise tags. These are pink. And then I've got extra vintage things. So we've got this seam binding. It's like a lavender colored lace. Some photos, very old photos. There's one of these plastic tags that opens up. And I've used these with the paper dolls from the Tim Holtz packages. I like decorating them with that. You can also put dry plants in there. There's all kinds of ways you could use these. Another vintage postcard. This is a very old greeting card. I reinforced it with some aged tape. And then this is just a combination, so there's a cardstock cover. You could use this any way you want, but I folded them up so that if you wanted to make a single signature journal as is, you just need to bind it. So this could be like a belly band. And then there's just assorted paper in here. I like going through my stash and putting kits together. It's one of the first things I ever started selling when I opened my Etsy shop in 2011. I was selling a lot of paper kits. So there's plenty in there to create a journal. And then I have just extra little pieces here. So these are sewn ruffled fabric. You could put these on the edge of your pages. Little samples. So I will have links below to these kits and the journals that I just showed you. I hope you're all doing well. I'm not sure when I will be back with another video, but I really appreciate that you stopped by today. So take care, guys. Bye.